Hey, taste buds. Welcome back. Another TOR talk. This week we are recapping this past week. Should have had the dates up. Didn't.
That would, no, next time. There's always a next time, hopefully.
There's always a next time. And so I'm going to be honest, you guys, a little inside look. I'm a little manic today because I'm moving tomorrow. So I have a lot going on. But it's all in good fun. It's all in jest. Ashley, what do you got going on over there? Because I'm not okay.
You know what? I'm glad that you have the filter right now because I know your life is chaotic behind the scenes. I'd like to talk about my face.
I can barely show everyone, but there's stuff amiss.
There's
awry.
It's you know what? She's doing the best she damn can, you guys.
100.
My face looks really bad, but actually I'm fine. I had a PRP facial yesterday. That's where they draw your blood and then give you micro needling. So
Is that a vampire facial? Is that what it's called?
So like think of it like Kleenex and tissue. Like Kleenex is the brand name, but it's a tissue. We just call it Kleenex. So no, technically, because Vampire is a brand.
But
it's the same procedure.
It's
the same style facial. So exactly and no at the same time.
Got it. So would that be your taste for this week?
No, love this. But you guys, if you have not started $1 Million Nannies, what are you even doing? It's 8 episodes. It's on Hulu and Freeform, and they're like 40-minute episodes. It's so fun. The concept is so good. It takes place in Ibiza. Ibiza. Do you know why they say it like that?
I have no idea.
Because the king, excuse me if I don't know their royalty. I don't know if it's like a king, a lord, whatever. But like the king hundreds of years ago had a speech impediment. And he said Ibiza. So everybody, all of the people had to say Ibiza to
make him. That is
exactly
actually hilarious.
Just catering to men from the who knows when. Always just finding a guy and being like, you know what, we'll just meet you there. And that's no shade to people with speech impediments. Like that shit's real.
No, that shit's so real. Oh my gosh. And you know what? Whenever I think of Ibiza, I think of, not to bring it back to RHONY, but do you remember
all roads, girl?
Do you remember Luann was dating this guy and they like hooked up in Ibiza and then like he crashed like Dorinda and John's wedding and him and Ramon. It was, gosh, I love early RHONY. Early RHONY.
The best. My taste, and then this isn't towards Hulu, even though
your waist.
My waist. Sorry, yeah, my waist. Any network that drops all of their episodes at once, first of all, becomes overwhelming. Not that I'm not loving it, but I would enjoy it more if there was like a couple episodes, like maybe 2 or 3 to start, like get me really hooked, and then do 1 through the rest of the show or some model like that. And I know that's personal preference, but I just think they're missing out on too much as far as marketing, showing a couple episodes, 1 episode. People can talk about it for a week. We can, all share our business. I just don't know why they wouldn't do that, but that's my ways.
I agree completely. I think that they need to go back. I think appointment television is so much fun when everyone is excited for Tuesday nights at 8, 7 Central on ABC Family. Right. We're all watching Pretty Little Liars. Like, that's
those were the days.
That's so fun to me. And I understand, like, Netflix and streamers ruined us in a way because, like, now we all want to binge immediately. But think about how much money and effort goes into producing these seasons, albeit they're only 8 episodes where you don't have, like, the 20-season episodes like we used to have back in the CW days and all of that.
Right.
But it's just, like, you're spending so much money, effort, and everyone's going to watch it over the weekend and then forget about it.
Right. Well, and then heaven forbid, like, I'm one of those people, if I'm not available to watch the weekend it drops.
So true.
All the hype happens, and then I'm like, okay, well, I missed it.
Exactly.
And then I just sometimes won't watch. Like, if it's not directly related to, like, work, I won't watch.
I think that I think Love is Blind does a good model when they drop like the first 3 episodes. So you can still at least get that binge in and you get to know the characters or the people, shall we say. You get to know the people, you have an investment, and then you have the weekly drops. I think that is, or 3 episode drops after that. I don't know. I think that is a good model. That's a good meet in the middle.
I think that's a really, really good point. Shout out to you.
Shout out to the people that know how to do it.
Yes. Taste and waste, my queen.
My taste is also in the Hulu family. I am so excited for House of Stassi. And there was a clip that dropped a few days ago, and it was Katie and Stassi meeting up for the first time. Now, there was some speculations in the VPR universe that Katie and Stassi weren't friends. Neither girl really addressed it. But to Katie's point, which she said in the Get Real podcast, she was like, Stassi and I's friendship has ebbed and flowed for years. Like, sometimes we are really good, and then you guys see us fall out, and you see us come back together. She's like, there's always been cameras in our relationship. So she's like, when Stassi approached me to do this, it made sense for cameras to be there because this has been our reality for years. We always fall out and get back together. And we were in just two different phases. She's Hartford's grandmother, LOL. She's Hartford's godmother, mind you. So in the clip that we see an exclusive first for House of Stassi, Katie says to Stassi about her circle, and she's like, if you didn't give birth to them, you're not married to them, or they're not on your payroll, they're not in your circle. And Stassi was like, this is why Katie Maloney needs to do the show. She is a truth teller. And exactly, that's what reality TV is we need people to tell the truth and we need them to be honest. That was honest.
Right. That's it. And not only have they like always kind of gone back and forth to friendship, their friendship has been on TV.
Correct.
Like, this is them going back to their roots, having cameras around everywhere. Like, I'm obsessed with this. I love this idea. I think both of them are just thriving in life right now. I think both of them are at great places. And you know what? Katie read Stassi, and Stassi knows how to do this game. She was like, you know what? Yeah, you're giving it to me. And that's why this works, is because we're in each other's faces. We're not holding back. We can give it to each other and then know that it comes from a place of love at the end of the day.
Exactly. And that's why it's so good.
This is textbook. This is what the model should be. Like, everybody should be figuring it. And people are like, oh, I'll never watch Stassi again. Okay.
That's fine.
Like, fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's not for everybody. But for those who have seen or just don't hold the worst things that a person's ever done against them, people have the right to cancel her just like other people have the right to let her live.
I feel like Stassi has done work since then, and that's my opinion. You could argue people don't change if they hold sinister viewpoints or whatever, but I feel like Stassi has changed. She has shown up in spaces, but people don't have to agree with that. If you want to pigeonhole her to the Faith and Kristen thing, that's fine, and that's totally fine. To me, she has made amends and is actively working on being a better person and showing up for marginalized communities. And sure, that could be performative, whatever, but at least she's doing it and putting it on her platform when there's so many people who do not post about what they feel.
Or they're just Kelly Dodd.
Or they're Kelly Dodd.
Or where they're just like blatant, like, you know what, I'm just here because I hate people that don't look like me.
And you know what? I respect that about Kelly Dodd. I don't respect her opinions, but she stands in it. I like people who stand in it.
I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Do I see anything value-wise similar as her? No, we are not at all the same. But I appreciate that she doesn't sugarcoat. She's not two-faced. No, she is who she is. And unapologetic.
And look at Jill Zarin. Jill Zarin believes everything Kelly Dodd does, but Jill Zarin doesn't stand in it. She walks it back. No. You are anti-Hispanic people, basically. Stand in it.
Yeah, that's stand in it. Just stand in it. Yeah, preach, girl.
Anyway, so my taste is House of Stassi. Super excited. I think it's an interesting show, and also I feel like it's a reality show about trying to get a reality show, which is something we also like, is the breaking of the fourth wall. My waist is silly, and then not to belabor the point, but I can't stress enough to you guys how hot it is. Like, it is disgusting outside. And the only reason why my hair is straight is because I did something yesterday, and that's it, because I'm moving tomorrow, and that's stupid for me to... Yeah, I know. But it's so hot. I'm miserable. I'm so disgusted with Florida. Like, we have had heat advisories daily and rain. So imagine muggy, heat advisory, and rain. Yeah.
And you're moving.
And I'm moving. Keep it. Anyway.
Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. That is a fudging waste. That is a fudging waste. I'm sorry. I get really heated. LOL.
Fudge college. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Fudge college was worth it.
Yeah, fudge college. Good grief.
That's
okay.
one of the funniest house. You know, honestly, we have to give it up to Jack Barlow for that one, that is one of the funniest and not appreciated enough when he tells Lisa Barlow with a straight face,
yes,
Fudge College.
And Lisa was shook.
My body. I love it. And she couldn't have been more crushed. She was devastated.
First of all, me as a parent, I would be laughing at Fudge College. That would be my first reaction. And then, but she didn't even acknowledge that. She was just like, she took it. They were both very serious, both.
Right.
And meanwhile,
the rest of us are in stitches.
No, 100%. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have to talk about Love Island now.
Let's start with the in memoriam. This was just awful to hear.
So the executive producer of Love Island, he suddenly passed away. I don't remember what week it was. What week are we in Love Island? 3 now?
We're going into... No, we're in 3 right now. We're in the middle of 3.
I think he passed away the first week of filming. Because they kept it under wraps, I think, from what I read for about a week. And first of all, in memoriam to him, because A, that's just so traumatizing, being over in Fiji and going through these health things, and people on TV are so close, like in the crew and everything. And he's an executive producer. That's a huge job on a show like Love Island. And I'm going to pivot in a second, but they get out shows every day. Like, they have to edit, sift through all of, his job was absolutely integral.
Right.
So, and the reason why I say that is a lot of people have been slamming Love Island this season, and I do think there's credible critiques there. But a perspective someone put out there is they lost an EP. And I was like, you know what? That's fair. But people were saying it was bad before he passed away. But so I'm like, that I'm not going to speak to. But like that shatters a writer's room, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God. First of all, respect to James Barker and the work he's done. The reason that Love Island is this huge juggernaut that it is because he was an integral part of the team that did
USA, to clarify for everybody. We're talking about Love Island USA.
Thank you. Yeah, James Barker, respect to the art. And I am one of those people. I thought this was a great week 1 of Love Island.
So did I.
Yeah, I felt like everybody's really interesting. And then all of a sudden, and I obviously knew they did a lovely in memoriam on the show. I didn't realize the timeline of which he passed being when it was maybe the first week. I don't know why I thought it was like the day before that we saw the in memoriam. Like, I just assumed.
I think they sat on it for a week because of family and everything.
That makes so much sense, because I'm like, what's happening on week 2? We're going into Costa this week, and like, there have been no dates. They sent somebody into the hideaway or the place where you spend the overnight without sending anyone on a date. There's only been 2 bombshells. There's only been 1 recoupling. There's just a lot that usually happens by now that I'm just like, and mind you, I'm enjoying this season thoroughly. I am, oh my gosh. We have to talk about some of the couples and some of the people on this show. Are we ready to kind of go into that?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. My favorite couple right now is Bryce and Zach. I don't know about anybody else, but like, can they just let these girls go?
I need to know if, not that it's my business, but I need to know if they are bisexual men, only because I understand a bromance. Sure. I've watched a ton of television shows.
Right.
But something about this has like an undercurrent of like sexuality to it. You know? Like, cause like Ace and Taylor were BFF in the house, but like I never got the vibe that they like wanted to sleep with each other.
No, there's always like, typically it's one of the tropes of this show is the girls are always like super girl gang, which did not happen this season.
No, but people have been wanting that though. They don't want Friend Island because last season was Friend Island.
Right. Well, it felt performative last year, especially after
PPG.
Thank you.
I get that.
Wrong. Thank you. So I understand that. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they left Soul literally just high and dry, like, thank God Soul had Jen consistently. And then eventually Kemsey went to her too. But like, Soul had no support in that house, in that villa.
Soul did, I didn't watch the After Sun from last night yet, but I did see clips on Threads and everything. And people are flipping on Soul because Soul was being nasty toward Trinity, I guess. And I don't know if it's Amaya, during After Sun, because they were like, some of the girls, she was like, some of the girls in the villa were just not kind, and then Sierra and Teffy were like, name them. And so she was like, Trinity and Amaya, I think they were mad at Anaya, sorry. I think they were mad at me because their men liked me. And a lot of people were thinking, and she said something nasty about Trinity. I don't remember what it is right now, and I don't want to misquote, but people are saying, like, that's rooted in colorism because, I think she was saying Bryce was more attracted to Kata or someone over Trinity. And it's like, well, why do you think that? And then if you guys don't know, if you're not in the Black community, there is colorism amongst like lighter skinned Black women and darker skinned Black women. Very similar in the white community for brunettes and blondes. That our equivalent is lighter skin, darker skin. And so there's stigmas attached and things like that. So Soul, I don't know what Soul's ethnicity is, but she's light skinned. And so people were like, she's kind of colorist for like thinking immediately that Bryce isn't into Trinity. And there is some, so people were kind of on Soul's neck for that on social media. And this is a very nuanced conversation. So everyone shouldn't have an opinion on it.
Especially when there's truth to Bryce being attracted to other people, including Soul. Like, just because he...
Exactly.
Like, he can be attracted to Trinity, who's his partner, and still find other people attractive, like...
Yeah.
He's not, like, picking one.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say my full opinion because I've only seen clips and I've not watched the After Sun. But that does suck for darker skinned women who are inherently, people think, oh, if you're lighter, then you're immediately more pretty. It's like, no, by the way, Trinity's stunning. Anaya, gorgeous. Face cards, never declining.
Never declining. Yeah, that's a really, really interesting conversation that obviously people like me, the red-faced of the world. Why do I look like a charcuterie board?
I'm screaming, no, you don't.
Like, I look like salami. Like, you don't. Salami and prosciutto.
By the way, I know people who are white who are red like that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
No shade.
Get red sometimes. No shade. The fact, I just have to say, it's diabolical that they had, and I will not say his first name. I will just call him Sin.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Sin, not sincere. Sin.
I'm shocked no one in the villa has shortened it to that.
Sin
City.
Sin, to be the person to send Soul home. After the way, in the words of Britney Spears, he played with her heart.
Oh, no. Choreo. Yes.
No, thank you. No. No. Of all those guys, there's 4 of those boys sitting. Boys. Yes, I use the term boys. There were 4 boys on that couch that could have said that. Why did they have to do that to Soul again? Soul has been through enough.
Sincere did that on purpose. He is such a liar. Fork found in kitchen. But seriously, like, he had to, and I know for a fact he had to be the one to deliver that. Like, he was like, I'm doing this. Because if you looked, like, Bryce's face was, like, looking down in Casey. I feel a little bad for Casey because it's still so early in this experiment. And yes, I'm calling it an experiment. It's so early, and that's a problem a lot of people are having with this season is everyone's coupled up and they're closed off essentially. And it's like, how are the bombshells going to do their job if everyone's like, Anaya, like Casey can talk to Soul, by the way. Like, that's kind of the name of the game, babe. Like, I get that's not fun to watch, but maybe Anaya would have been better on a show like Love is Blind or something like that.
She seems very mature.
I've seen myself
slow
in Anaya.
Right. Well, and moving slow is not Love Island pace.
No, it's not.
And I respect that. And like, they're just other shows. Just like if you're wanting to let your freak flag fly,
correct.
Don't go on Love is Blind.
Right.
Go on Love Island.
So for me, I would rather do a show like Love is Blind or Married at First Sight where I have like one partner that I have to deal with. Love Island is for the people like Corbin and Kenzie and Gabrielle who like to explore people. And I think that's the perfect place to do it. But Anaya, like, yeah, sister, like, it's hard to see, like, your man and by the way, another thing a lot of people are having critiques with is, like, no one else is attracted to anybody. And that's why everyone's closed off. And that's a good point. Because, like, if you're not attracted to anybody in the house, I'm just going to stay with my easy connection and stay on the show longer. So they need to bring in bombshells that are, like, everyone's type.
Right.
That's the problem. So
yeah, we just need more bombshells. There just needs to be more happening as far as moving these couples around and letting them explore.
Casa's going to be intense. I think it's I think that they're going to absolutely like be a menace. 100. They have to.
I've been like the few men that I've come in contact with the last couple days, I've asked, it was like, listen, as a straight man, have you ever looked inside your friend's pants and not critiqued, but commented on what you saw, and then follow up on the circle back on the conversation about girth?
No, they want to sleep together.
They do, and it's fine.
And that's fine.
Happy Pride, you guys. Happy June. Happy Pride.
Honestly, Bryce does give that to me. Complimentary.
He's so cunt in that headband.
No, thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, he's so cunt in that headband.
Yes. No, in his words, moral paragraph. What was...
Dude, he so reminds me of one of my friends from high school who speaks like that and looks like that, and I can't handle it.
The broody, like...
No, and it's like he's like talks like a wise person, but nothing he says really...
Yeah, it means anything. Also,
right, but he does like, and the girls are buying it. The girls are like
100.
Oh. They're treating him like he's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No, 1,000,000%. And at that age, 21, 22, 23, I probably would eat that up. I'd be like, oh my gosh, he's so good at... This is Jess from Gilmore Girls. He reads.
Oh my God,
this is hot.
So funny. Right, exactly. If you've seen a book before, like when we saw Rob Roush with the snake guy, on the traders say... No, you're not using that word correctly. Like, a man who reads and has a decent vocabulary.
And does he
yes,
notate in the columns in the books? And so he gives it to you. He's like, make sure you turn to page 33 and you're going to see my opinion about that. And I'm like,
oh my God. And Anna,
sorry for shrieking.
So hot. We were talking about Love Island, so you would have to shriek. I have this voice to where I can't shriek.
Oh, I can't. I can get very high pitched.
So you're Mariah.
Oh my gosh, whistle tones.
I'm more of the Toni Braxton over
screaming. No, that's so funny. No, I was never like obsessed with Rob Roush. I didn't watch his season of Love Island. Obviously, I have eyes, so I can see he's attractive, and I like understood it. Traders, I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. But now following Rob, he uploaded a video the other day, and he's shirtless, and a little bit of his V's exposed, which I think is really hot. By the way, I'm learning about myself. I really like that. And his pants were a bit lower, and you could see his boxers. But anyways, he was getting like a turtle out of the road, and I'm like, oh my God, you're really hot. I get it now. I get it.
Saving a turtle. That's so cute.
And he was showing you how to like pick up I think it was like a snapping turtle or whatever. Honestly, I'd be in zero context where I would be engaging with wildlife. But I'm like, this is of note, if ever I see one in the road. But he was showing you like how to pick it up and how to like put it back in like water safely. And I'm like, I actually kind of get Rob. Oh, you know what it was? Rob was also doing an interview with Kaylor, I think. It's Kaylor. She has a podcast. I didn't watch that season, a blonde girl. And she was asking him, she was interviewing him, and I've seen clips, and he's just so hot. He's just like laying in a beanbag or whatever, just like flexing while she's talking. And his mic, he's just like holding it in his hand.
Oh, God.
And he was like, I met my girlfriend at a bookstore. And I'm like, oh my God. I get it. I would be Jen in the villa.
Yeah, no kidding.
I would be Gabrielle.
Yeah. You'd be in the splits.
If I could do a split, I'd be doing it. I'd be doing it.
The split. I'm sorry. I hope she does a split. I wish they did a Saturday Night Live sketch where they were like reenacting Love Island, and then you just saw Jen every few seconds going down into a split.
That would be funny.
Background.
And honestly, that would be a funny skit too, because she's so expressive with her eyes. Like they could really lean into that on SNL too.
Oh
like,
my God.
Body work.
Put us in the writer's room.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're not going to beat down Summer House too much, because I know that people are fatigued of the conversation, but we do have to talk about a few current topics surrounding Summer House. I felt it would be a disservice to our community if not. So the first breaking news that happened this last week, which seems really long ago, I had to look at
long ago.
When I looked at our show notes this morning, I'm like, wait, this all happened last week? It's crazy.
It feels like a month ago.
It does. So West is not returning to Summer House.
Cartwheel.
Yeah, no, literally cartwheel. He's not returning. The article said that the door is not fully closed to West, and he certainly can come in on the weekend sometimes. But a blind item also came out, and they said the 3 that are coming back next season, and the anchor is going to be Lindsay, Carole, and I think Sierra. For some reason, like, I just had a feeling that Sierra wasn't going to be on Summer House next season, but maybe she'll do one more, like a farewell season.
Well, I just wondered about the timeline of it. Because she's in Fiji. She's the co-host of After Soul.
And they're starting filming the week after 4th of July this year. At least per what I've seen online, filming begins the week after July 4th. Typically, they do like a July 4th party. Right. But maybe they're so like a lot has been happening, turnover for like cast. So I'm sure they needed a little bit longer to figure it out. I'm very curious to know what's going to happen next season. I think that they should do a farewell for the OGs and move them over to In the City. Did you see this blind item? I wasn't really on my phone at all yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to like dive in. I saw someone say that Carl's filming for In the City. I don't know if that's true.
So. I hope. Let's be honest though. The blind items for Summer House, I am not a scientist. I am not a mathematician. Right. I would say have been 90% or higher in this recent Scamanda era. Their blind items have been on point. So yeah, they bet, you know what? Know your audience. We want to see Carl.
Yeah. And I think Carl's having a renaissance. And I saw someone saying Carl needs to be the new Nick Viall in the sense of like the Viall Files podcast. They would get everyone. And I think Carl's teeing up to that. He gets some really good guests, and Carl's a great interviewer. Thank you. Carl's a great interviewer. Oh, I was trying to say conversationalist. Carl's a really great conversation. I was putting the words together. He is really good at that. Again, if you've not watched his interview with Lindsay Hubbard, it is so good, you guys. Like, it's great. The connection, the chemistry that they have. And I hope Carl takes off and his podcast becomes what he wants it to be. I think he's so tactful with speaking about sobriety and addiction and mental health. Like, he just has so much care, and it seems genuine. And I would trust him with my life, if I'm honest.
No, honestly. And that's the opposite of who that other podcast.
The Trash Pile.
Right. Yeah. His name is Viall.
I mean, whatever. Get it how you live, I guess. But like, to me, it's just like so inauthentic. They don't do their research. Natalie, TBT to like throwing Austin's sister's death in his face. What rock was it? Dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Oh my God. Yeah. No.
Carl would never.
Carl needs to take up that space.
And
there's room for everybody. He needs to be where the mainstream people go.
But if you want like a straight white guy, I'm happy for it to be Carl and not Nick. Because they are in the same like box, so to speak. But like, I want it to be Carl.
Yeah.
So, and people were saying maybe he didn't film season 1 of In the City because it was like Lindsay's show, and Lindsay and Carl weren't in a good space. And now they are. And also, Lindsay's not stupid. She knows the audience wants to see her and Carl together. She's gonna do it. Come on.
Oh, God, I just want Carl and Gemma scenes. Is that too much to ask? 2026.
No, I'm excited for the future of In the City. Also, mazel to 3 In the City cast members. We have Danielle expecting, we have Yvonne expecting, and now we have Andrea and his wife Lexi expecting. So season 2, we'll see all those BBs, which will be exciting.
Shout out to Moira Rose.
Yeah.
Bebe. Oh my God. R.I.P. to Catherine O'Hara.
They don't make them like that anymore.
What is in the water in New York City to where of like the 5, 6 women on this show, like the 6 anchor women.
Yeah.
3 of them are pregnant.
By the way,
that's insane.
I think that's like what's happening right now in the world, because first of all, everyone's getting married on my timeline, like personally, people that I know. Shout out to my cousin that got married in Italy yesterday.
Oh my God, cute.
Stunning wedding. So like, I know at least, like, I've seen so many weddings, so many recent engagements, so many pregnancy with the sonogram photos on my feed. I'm like, actually, what's happening? Like, did everybody get a memo?
You know what?
I didn't get it.
Poor. You know, everyone's too poor to leave the house right now.
There you go.
And they're having to figure out, like, what the heck to spend their time doing.
And you know what? I also saw a theory that, like, this is indicative of, like, the culture right now, like, conservatively in terms of, like, pregnant marriage. Like, I feel like the tides are turning. Not for Gen Z, though.
No, Gen Z is Teresa Giudice. I said Giudice, not Giudice. Flipping the table.
Yeah,
They're
no.
Like, nope.
No, Gen Z's like, no children. We're abolishing this. It'll be very interesting to see in the next 10 to 15 years what the landscape is. I don't know. It's just once that generation. I'm, not leaving my house. They're rude. They're very mean.
But Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I can't leave the house. I can't go on the internet. Like, can somebody just please be nice to me?
No, they're like, millennials on the internet. And I'm like, sorry, we actually built this brick by brick, by the way.
Leave auntie and unc millennials out of your nonsense. Let us live. We still have stuff to give. You don't have to like it, but we're letting you do your thing. I didn't even make fun of you when you were doing 6'7".
Oh my gosh.
Like, you know what? Let those kids express themselves. So you know what? Let us live.
Yeah, and Gen Z's not coding, by the way. They're not. You think they're coding websites? Do you think they would have lasted on MySpace?
No.
Not at all.
Oh, no. No, I didn't know what kind of coding you meant. Like physical, like computer coding. I mean,
any of it, to be honest.
Switching or whatever, yeah.
They're not doing it. They're like, no.
No, it's not happening.
So speaking of expecting, I don't mean to shame, and I'm not trying to shame, but Jen Affleck of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, she posted the other day that she's expecting her first, LOL. LOL, her fourth child with Zach. Mazel, I guess.
Pregnant pause.
Mazel. This is confusing to me.
Babies are blessings.
Babies are blessings, but like, babies are blessings.
Yeah, blessed be the fruit.
Yeah, okay, I guess. Come on, OC moms. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
The spinoff that Jen's on.
Yeah, that's another baby.
Yay, can't wait to see the dynamic. I'm sure it'll be fresh and new and fun.
Exactly.
Okay, so
this is a weird pivot.
Speaking of children, well, I say that because Sai and Carole Radziwill on RHONY are allegedly in strife during filming because obviously Sai, if anyone were to do this on the cast, it would be Sai. So allegedly the drama with Sai and Carole this season is Sai brought up the EF.
The files.
Thank you. She brought up the files that Carole's name was somewhat attached to. Now, was Carole in the files or she was just photoed with Ghislaine, or however you say her name?
I don't. That's a great question. I don't want to say yes or no.
Right, okay.
One or the other, I should say.
Carole has been in heat in the Bravo community in general for being...
The photo of her book, like her photo, her, author bio picture is by Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, so like she has some sort... She ran in the circle, and Carole has since addressed it, and she was like, do you know every single thing that the people you're photographed with do? No, but like... It seemed like you guys were a little bit closer than just like she's in the circle. Because I get it. Like in New York, like everyone knows everyone. I understand that. So apparently Sai brought that up. So her and Carole just never really got on. And Sai's like, I had to ask because I have children. So I need to know. So Sai asked.
Yeah. And the thing is, and this is where, because Sai's doing her job.
No, she is.
I'm sorry.
100.
This is exactly, people are like, I don't really like
sorry.
Sai. And I'm like, start with I don't like these people. You don't have to like everybody. Just like when you go to your office job, your job, wherever, you might work with 15 people. There might be a couple of them who really don't care for it. That's freaking life. But the woman knows what she's doing. And I'm sorry if you're going to put Carole Radziwill back on Bravo TV and if there's like we're not allowed to mention this, if that's like a boundary they have, don't put her on.
Yeah, that's a huge elephant in the room though. Like there would be no way for that not to come up.
And there are rumors that they're going to try to walk this back in the editing room because they don't want the files to be mentioned on their network.
And that
I
get.
wouldn't blame them.
Yeah.
But why on earth would you bring Carole back?
That's my thing. And it's like, even if there wasn't a television show, if someone brought Carole to my dinner table, I would be like, okay, that's just a topic of conversation. Like there's no way around that. And if they were to edit that out, which on paper makes sense to me, because why would Bravo want anywhere associated with it? Why would you bring Carole back? And apparently
that would be right.
Apparently, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say a real quick comparison. It's like bringing Holla Holla Heather back and not asking about Diddy. Like
no, you couldn't. You
can't do it.
You can't. And so apparently Carole really brought it so much this season that like technically she was offered a full-time housewife role because of like how much she gave. But Carole was like, no, I don't want So maybe that's why they can edit it out if she's only a friend of.
Wow. Okay, well, that makes sense.
Which makes sense, but apparently Carole brings it. And Aaron Leachy also teased that Carole talks about how she felt about Love Story, which was that FX. I didn't watch it, but it was a special on the Kennedys, right?
JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, Kennedy. And it was so good. A lot of people didn't like it. It's Ryan Murphy, so it's very stylized. Sure. It was very dramatized. It wasn't a documentary. It was a docu-series. So it was people who were historians hated it.
Okay.
But people who just like a good story enjoyed it. I enjoy historical fiction.
Ashley does, yeah. So
I love it. It's her favorite genre.
It's her favorite genre.
So I loved it.
Yeah.
And I remember the time. Like, I sound like a Michael Jackson track. Do you remember the time? But I do remember the time. Like, it was, like, I mean, Kennedy died. Like, it was huge in media.
Huge. And as I mentioned before, I've rewatched RHONY. And with all of this in mind, Carole was deeply ingrained in that family. And so she's not spoken about it either because she wasn't featured in the Love Story, I don't think.
Not only was she wasn't in it, she wasn't mentioned. And her husband, Anthony, was, because he was a prominent part of John's life, Anthony was all over the special. So not to have Carole even just like on the side in a scene, like that was weird.
Yeah, weird. So I'm excited to see how Carole really feels about that. It reminds me of Beverly Hills when Catherine, I think, she had a connection to OJ, as did Faye Resnick, and it had to be brought up. Like, that's a good example. Like, and they spoke about it, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, something else that people don't speak about, going back to OJ, one of my favorite topics. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the O.J. Simpson trial.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Obviously, the Kardashians wouldn't exist.
Sure,
like, nobody would care about the Kardashians.
Okay, fair enough.
Robert Kardashian got O.J. off for murder.
Right.
But unaliving, sorry.
So did he actually do it when you say for murder?
He wasn't found innocent. He was found not guilty. And all of the evidence was collected in ways that made it not it looks like. I mean,
okay. I do know
consensus.
Yeah, I do know. It's interesting though, since OJ got, and that's the dad, or I'm sorry, since Rob Kardashian got OJ off, because Kendall Jenner's middle name is Nicole, and that's in honor of Nicole Simpson Brown. That's her name, right?
Brown Simpson, yeah.
Brown Simpson, yeah. And I'm just like, so it's so interesting that Chris had such an affinity for Nicole to name her child a middle name after her. And then your ex-husband.
Friends.
I didn't realize that.
Friends. And that's one of the reasons why she has relevance, is because she rolled with OJ.
It's just, there's so much lore here, and I need to dive into it. When did she die? Was it 95 or was that John Bonet? I'm older than Kendall. Kendall was 97. I'm 95. Because I know this story.
Jean Bonnet was around that time. God, that's another story I'll never get over.
I know this story peripherally, OJ, and I'm just not like a true crime person because it scares me.
You know what? You should really, really watch the and again, it's Ryan Murphy, but he did one of those American crime stories, like American Horror Stories.
Okay.
But it's crime, so it's not horror at all. And Sarah Paulson plays Marcia Clark, the lawyer who goes against OJ, who goes against the defense. She's a prosecutor. Amazing. Honestly, if you don't know the trial, it is so tastefully done. It's so accurate. It's so good.
Speaking of specials, super quick in our final minutes of the show today, everyone's talking about Maternal Instinct.
Need to watch.
I hear a lot of great things about that. So I kind of want to watch that. And then there's another rom-com that's out that's called Voice Notes to Isabel. Everyone's talking about it online. Ooh. It's a rom-com. So those are two things.
You take care of the rom-com.
I will.
I'll take care of the other one.
And we'll discuss it.
As soon. Yeah, I'll come back because as soon as I'm finished at $1 Million Nannies, I'll jump right into that.
Yeah, so you guys put your taste and waste of last week in the comments below. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. And happy Juneteenth, by the way.
Happy Juneteenth, yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.